Hello, global Lent Madness viewing public. It's time for another episode of Monday Madness. I'm Scott Gunn coming to you live from the Executive Directory in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I'm here with Tim Schenck, who's coming to you live from historic and bucolic St. John the Evangelist Church in Hingham, Massachusetts. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Scott. It is a Monday, of course, since it's Monday Madness. We are right in the middle of the Battle of the Augustines, Hippo versus Canterbury. Now, I guess we probably could have done a Battle of the Augustines based solely on pronunciation, whether some people pronounce it whether Augustine or Augustine.
Yes.
But this is actually between the two different Augustine/Augustines.
Absolutely. Well, this is a good shibboleth to let us figure out who knows stuff and who doesn't.
Absolutely.
So there is, I noticed on Twitter, a fair amount of complaining, whining, if you will, from a certain set that Augustine of Hippo isn't doing better. And Tim, what is our answer to someone who complains that their favorite saint isn't winning?
Well, I think that basically they can go and rally all of their friends, all of their acquaintances, all of their enemies, which they're supposed to love anyway, and get them to vote and turn the tide.
No, exactly right. And what they should not do is what a high school student did this last week in Lent Madness, and vote 546 times. Because that gets you busted and banished from Lent Madness, and it's not going to go well.
Right. Lent Madness, Big Lent, is watching Lent Madness, as we know.
Exactly. So what people should do is vote, of course, yourself, and then get all your friends, neighbors, strangers, and enemies to vote for the person that you want to win. That's the way to do it.
That's it.
Okay, so we've got some other big matchups coming this week, don't we?
We do. We have some big names coming up this week as Lent Madness continues. We have Joan of Arc.
By the way, yes, and a surprising percentage of the American public believes that Joan of Arc is Noah's wife.
Yes.
And we're here to say that's not true, but please continue.
Yes. Thank you for that clarification. Always appreciate it. Martin Luther is coming up this week as well. So some big names and also some lesser-known saints, and you never know. This could be the week of great upsets. We have some Cinderellas in the bracket, and we will just see how this all unfolds.
That's right. Now, we have been inviting viewer questions, and I believe you have a viewer question for us, do you not?
I do. This was just tweeted to us from the Reverend Raisin Horn of Iowa, and she asks, Dear SEC, who decides which saint's bio is listed first or second for weekday voting? And I think that is an excellent question. We have sometimes been asked this. Sometimes people think that if one saint is listed first, that automatically guarantees more votes. And we have done the metrics, and that is not actually true. But it's a good question. So how do they get? How do we decide which saint is listed first? Perhaps it's the Holy Spirit. Perhaps it's a Ouija board. But I think generally, as the matchups get set, it's just based on our whim.
That's exactly right. So it's arbitrary and capricious, in other words.
Yes, like many things here at Lent Madness.
Yeah, which brings us to our second question. Speaking of complete lack of transparency and accountability, Jerry Rankin, who is a priest in Abilene, Kansas, tweets us to ask, when will the SEC's secret emails be published by WikiLeaks?
Yes, that is a treasure trove of valuable information. And I think that this is, our security measures are so tight because we're under constant threat of being hacked. I think the other important piece of this is that Julian Assange, Julian of Norwich, I mean, maybe they're related. I don't know.
No, it's true. And there's always the threat that Big Easter is going to try to muscle in on Big Lent, influence the outcome. And we don't want any of that. So the short answer is if we have anything to say about it, WikiLeaks is not going to get any of our emails.
Nor will they care.
More to the point, yes. What's that you're drinking out of, Tim?
Oh, thanks for asking. It is a Lent Madness mug. Actually, this one happens to be last year's Golden Halo winner, Dietrich Bonhoeffer. And, these are actually, these are available. Did you know that?
So I've seen a lot of them at the House of Bishops. So you'd what?
Yeah.
You'd fly to Canuga and try to just swipe one from a bishop when she or he is not looking?
Right. You distract them with the famous Canuga toast and then grab the mug. That
You throw the toast at them, hit them in the head, while they're going blah, 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 like that, then you take their mug.
Yes, kind of like that, Scott. And another way would be to go where, you think?
Oh, well, you'd go to the website, but I just can't remember where it is. I think if you, I think it's on the bottom of the screen.
It actually says it on here. It is www.lentmadness.org. You can go to the Lentorium, the Lenten Emporium, the Lentorium tab, and pick up all of your Lent Madness needs.
That's exactly right. And speaking, by the way, of resources that are available, we posted a little thing yesterday on an excellent saintly curriculum from Forward Movement. That's free. So if you're a church, exactly. We got a grant. So if you'd like to use to learn more about saints in your home, there's some good stuff for home there, or for your church. Just visit the Lent Madness website, which I believe, if I heard that right, is at www.lentmadness.com. Nope. .org.
.org. Excellent. Well, we're ready for another full week of Lent Madness saintly action. Glad you were all playing along. And Scott, happy Lent.
Happy Lent.